Giorgio.
Okay, good afternoon everyone. Thomas Tuchel has now joined us for the press conference. If you'd like a question, please use the raise hand feature. We will begin with Nick Purewall. Nick Purewall, unmute yourself. Where are you going?
Hi Thomas.
Hi.
Could you just give us, it might not be much of one, but I just wonder if there's any change in the injury situation with Edouard and Golo from yesterday, so if you could give us an update on that. And just also, going into this massive week, you said before the game of the weekend that securing a place in the top four would take a level of pressure off.
Yeah.
Is that good that that's done and dusted?
Yeah.
And you've just got the one thing to focus on. So in a way, just everything that's gone before, you can just clear your minds of everything. Just focus on this one thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a bit strange situation because of course we hate to lose and we're never happy when we lose, and this feeling will never go away, no matter if it's a match that matters on the last day of the season, or if it has a huge impact like this, or if it's a defeat but didn't change the fixture for us. Luckily, that will never change. It will never feel good, and this is part of us that we should all accept. At the same time, it's also, so this is a bit weird, a bit strange also, that we produce again numbers in this defeat where we would normally say we should be the winners and we should be the deserved winners, but we are not. So also a bit a strange feeling again to let it slip through our hands, but be able to produce strong performances. And for the third reason why it feels a bit awkward today is that in the end it's a big outcome, and it's a huge objective that we reach, and it was the main objective and the main target, and it was a big achievement from all the players and everybody who helped us around, and we are so happy that we made it, because we produced results to come into a situation where it's possible that maybe even with a defeat you can be in top four. So all this is done, and now this huge mix of feelings needs to settle a bit, and this is the day today, and with the recovery session, and tomorrow is a day off, and then from Wednesday on we will be fully focused on Saturday's match. And like you mentioned, it's only about the match now. We have no other objectives to reach than to play for the cup. And this is the mindset with which we will arrive in Porto. For your first question with N'Golo, nothing has changed. I think about changing my tactics now and stop asking about N'Golo, and just put him on the pitch in Wednesday's training, and don't ask anymore if there's any problems. We will just put him in training and put him on the pitch when the game starts on Saturday, and maybe I will not speak to the doctors and physios anymore, so I hear no more doubts and no more complaints and nothing. So maybe I have to think about changing the tactics, but yeah, it looks good, and I hope it stays like that.
Matt Barlow.
Hi Thomas.
Hi.
Just a couple also on injuries. Edouard Mendy from yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know if you mentioned this when I was joining the conference, but is there any update on him? And also, if you wouldn't mind going forward, you said you're off tomorrow, but can you map out the week, what it holds for you, and what do you think is important? Is it about rest and relaxation, or is it more than that for your players this week?
No, it's mental relaxation now, because it was a tight schedule for us, being in the race for top four from the first moment when we arrived, and making it to the FA Cup final and to the Champions League final was a big schedule and a huge a huge task to fulfill, and that's why is necessary was a constant up and down and constant pressure and focusing in different competitions. That was not easy. So we are absolutely happy, and it's an outstanding achievement that we made it. And now is the moment for mental break for the players. I will use it personally to think about how we will approach the game on Saturday. What are the headlines? What are the key points? How do we approach it mentally, emotionally, and then of course also tactically? What do we need there? This is my day tomorrow, to be prepared on Wednesday when the players come back, and the players need a little bit of distraction and a bit of mental rest to breathe, and then I want them to be here on Wednesday full of joy, because this is maybe one of their most exciting weeks in their whole life as professional players. We are allowed to prepare a final in Champions League, and this is a dream come true, and this is the atmosphere that we want to build. But like I said, I'm not so sure what the headlines will be and what the points to focus will be. This will we decide as a team tomorrow. And for Eduard, for Edu is maybe the update is that we still have hope that he joins training on Wednesday, and he joins the group. He made huge improvement in the management of pain, and so we need further update on Wednesday, but we hope to have him back on Wednesday in training.
Jonathan Johnson.
Hi there, Thomas. Congratulations on making history as the first coach to be going to the Champions League final with two different clubs in consecutive seasons.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask if there's anything that you and Thiago learned from your experience last season that you will be taking into your preparation for this time.
Yes and no. I learned, of course, because I learn from every match, and experience is a crucial thing in coaching, and a very important thing. And the more experience I have in coaching, the better I can be. So I arrive, of course, smarter and more experienced in my personal second final. The same is for Thiago, but the situation is quite different, because we arrived in a tournament in last year with only one game to play. So it was a 12 days tournament where we played two knockout games and then the final. This now feels very different, because we come from a long way. We come, of course, with Frank through group stage, and then through all the knockouts. As you know, all the first leg, second leg. So we played 6 matches to arrive in the final, and this is a very different feeling. We did not have the experience all together, so I'm pretty sure that for Tia is a big advantage to come back to the final, to have it again, this experience, and to have it, and to learn from the year before. But we didn't have it as a team. So I'm not so sure if this is any subject to use, because if I was a player, I'm not so sure if I would love to hear the story from my coach, who was there last year with a different team. If we had it together as a team, we would clearly use it. But now we arrive for the first time together, and we will prepare it, and we will find the headlines and the topics what we prepare this week.
Fraser Dainton.
Thomas, do you take any kind of psychological advantage or edge into this game, knowing that you've managed to beat Manchester City in the last 2 meetings?
I don't know if it's an advantage, but we are aware of it, that we closed the gap to Man City for 2 games, and we did it in a very short period of time, and it's not so long ago. And we know that in a final, anything can happen, especially in a final, and everything can happen in all directions. Luck is a huge part. The mental approach to it, who can handle the pressure and the little details, who can release the pressure better, who has like the first positive moments maybe in a match, and then to adapt constantly on what happens is very, very important. But I think that it helped us. It had helped us a lot to bond, to grow, and to arrive with a lot of self-confidence. Like I said, Man City is the benchmark. Again, they are the champions. They are the benchmark in Europe and in this league. And we are the guys who want to hunt them and who want to close the gap. And we are the guys to challenge them. And this is what we're going to do, 90 minutes, minimum of 90 minutes in Porto. And the experience helped, but it gives you not an advantage, but it helps us to arrive with confidence and to be well aware what is needed to have a chance to beat them.
Jacob Steinberg.
Hi Thomas,
Hi.
just on Edouard, from what you're saying there, are the indications that today that it's more likely to be something bruising rather than something more serious, and how much of a boost would it be to have him in training on Wednesday and available on Saturday? Because obviously he's been such an important player for you this season.
Yeah, of course. Edu will play if he is fit, and if he's not fit on Wednesday, we will try on Thursday, and we will try on Friday, and be always reasonable and take the responsibility for this decision. At the same time, we have trust. If he cannot make it, we have a strong guys on the bench with Kepa, who will take his place. So now the race is on. We are very happy, first of all, that the images, like you said, don't show that the injury is too serious. So in the moment we are positive, but every hour counts now and every day counts, and hopefully the team around Edu and he himself can do enough and can help him enough that he's on the pitch will be a good boost for us.
Nizar Kinsella.
Hi Thomas.
Hi.
I just wanted to ask you, in calmer circumstances, what's the situation with Ollie and Thiago, because both of their contracts are expiring, and would you advocate keeping them for a bit longer?
Well, first of all, we have another week together, and then I think everything is delayed because of obvious reasons. We speak, of course, I'm in contact with the board and they know about my opinion, but it's not the moment now to give any announcement. The club will announce these things and not the coach, and it's good that it's like this.
Last two, Alistair McGowan and Ian Abrahams to finish. Alistair.
Hey Thomas, I just wondered, does it concern you that you've lost 3 of your 4 last games going into the biggest game of the season?
Yeah, concerns me, because it always concerns me when we lose. And it's not so easy to get a grip on these losses, to analyze them, because the data we produce, the statistics we produce, the performances we produce do not indicate that it's necessary to lose or even logic to lose, but still it's a fact that we lost. So we are concerned because, like I said, it's the worst feeling for me to lose. But we cannot deny performance. Sometimes, it's a bit too much that we are unlucky in the last weeks. I don't like to stress it too much, because it seems like we talk about it too many times, but it is like this. I mean, we were simply not lucky in these games, not lucky enough. Maybe we didn't push it too much or whatever, and we're looking for reasons, but we cannot deny that we had good performances, and we win these games in all statistics that are relevant to the game. We finished in top 4. We unfortunately lost a cup final. That on this kind of stage in Champions League is normally a very unique match, and we are very well aware that we deserve to arrive there. We worked hard for it. We had crucial moments. We had hard opponents to overcome. and this is pretty much it. So yes and no, we are concerned, but from Wednesday on, there's no doubt, there's no pointing fingers, there's no second thoughts, there's only all in for Saturday's match.
Last question, Ian Abrahams.
Hi Thomas, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
You mentioned there about this being a unique match. It's a Champions League final, one of the biggest games for all of your careers. But it's a final against a team that you already played 3 times this year, a team from your own country and your own league. Does that give you any more difficulties preparing for it? The fact that it's opposition you know so well, rather than a European team.
Well, obviously, we don't have the advantage to be in the hardest league and to face a team from maybe another country who is not used to this kind of schedule and this kind of adversity, because Man City is clearly the benchmark of our league. So it's the toughest one to play against, and this is how it should be. We don't get lost too much. We don't lose ourselves too much in thoughts like this. It's from the moment the semi-finals were played, it was clear that this can happen. We focus totally on us. We arrive. This is incredible achievement, and once you arrive, you wanna be on your very best. It's City with Pep on the other side, so they are maybe in the moment the best team in Europe, maybe in the world. And it's on us again to close the gap for 90 minutes. And the good thing is we did it. We did it already. We played exactly this team in exactly the same circumstances in a very short period of time. And this is for us the point to continue and the point to believe. In football, everything is possible. In a final, of course, everything is possible in any direction. And we want to push luck and destiny and this game on our side.
Thanks everyone, we'll leave it there.
Done.
Just like that.
Ciao.
Okay.